Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Jay. This is our live stream episode 1. I like craps, talking craps. And my special guest host is, how's it going? You doing all right?
Good. Yeah.
We got 10
This is a
people.
first for me.
Hey, if you're there and you're watching, come say hi. Say hello. Tell us where you're from if you don't know us. My name is Jay. I've been in the casino industry for 22 years. I've done a jillion positions. I've been dealer, floor soup, pit manager, games manager, food and beverage manager, human resources, training coordinator, DJ for a burlesque show, stuff like that. And Mike, why don't you tell everybody about yourself?
Food and beverage and HR. Wow. Yeah, 22 years. Same as Jay. Not quite. I didn't get into F&B or HR, but many different hats in the casino industry, from dealer all the way up to games manager.
Sweet. If you're there, say hi in the comments. I see the Facebook comments. I don't know if I see any YouTube comments, but we do have a show for you. If you are in the casino industry, just tell us where you're from. Tell us if you're actually if you're dealing right now, if your casino's open. Here in Edmonton, the casinos are closed, sort of, for dealers. Slot machines are the only thing going on right now. It's going to be a while until you see us on the floor. Kind of sucks, but hey, that is how it is. So, holler at your boys. Is that what the kids say? Anyways. Okay, so we're going to be giving away some cards today. Jade, if you're on, you can pick the winners for us. I don't know if you're here. Let us know. If anybody else is on, just send a message just so that we know that you can hear us, and just make sure that everything is working. So, how's it going? Can you hear me, Mike?
All right, good. Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool.
You're loud and clear.
All right, because that was my brother saying, I have your baseball. Hilarious, dude. All right, so we did do some poll questions. I went on one of the Facebook, well, actually a couple of the Facebook sites. A lot of craps people. So we had a lot of players and we had a lot of dealers actually pitching on the poll. So here's the first question, Mike. All right, number 1. Do you remind players to take their odds? That is, we're talking about a situation where you are dealing craps and it's a person that just gets to the table and it's your first reaction. The guy places a pass line bet. You're dealing in the middle of the game. What do you do?
Yes. I'll remind them to take the odds.
Okay.
Every time. Jockey, then we,
Yeah. So that's definitely what's going on? That's definitely a lot that I was getting from the poll. It was just if the guy's tipping, then yeah. But this is a situation where it's the first time, so it's like, what are you gonna do about that? So, yeah. I mean, like for me, I guess I would probably do that as well. The first time I would, but then after that, you don't want to be on the hook for that. So, this is definitely a John question. So.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The first time for sure, especially a player that you don't know, and it's good customer service. It's good. It's good to have, and if the player is learning, you can teach them a little bit too. So, I mean, it's always good for the first time.
Yeah. So the poll actually had over 200 replies.
Oh, well.
So here is the results. Yes, 89.5%. No, 10.3%. That's the majority of people are saying yes. You do remind players to take the odds. So, I think the 10% are saying is just like, yeah, but if I do that, then I'm definitely on the hook for that. So, who knows, right?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I'm just looking for Can you guys post some comments? Just let us know. I'm just looking to see here if I can see anybody on the chat. I've only had a couple replies. Just let us know. I don't know. I can't see who's here. I see a handful of people, so that's pretty cool. All right. Sorry, Mike. Continuing on. We did have the players actually chime in on that as well. So I asked, and their reply 96.5. So is it the dealer's responsibility to remind them of odds? So they know, right? Yeah. So
it's not the dealer's responsibility. It is a customer service aspect of the game.
Yeah. So I think everyone's kind of on the same page there. I think they all know that it's, it is the player's responsibility. So they think that, it is good customer service to actually ask for odds. For the dealer to actually ask the player for odds. So cool. All right. Well, that was fun to do that poll. I was on the it was a dealer's site, and I didn't think I'd get so many replies, but I got over 100 replies, which was pretty cool. I didn't think that a lot of people were engaged. I know there's a lot of other things that we can talk about right now, and I know that there's a lot of craps going on in the city. But still, like, you know what? This is a channel for people that want to kind of, talk about the casino industry. So I'm hoping to get a few more people as we move along. And this is a really good test run. So, okay, next.
Yeah, 200 replies.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, hey?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Here's my brother's question to you. Have you ever broken a stick while dealing or get your fingers caught between arrows?
Get my fingers caught between what?
Arrows. Have you broken a stick while dealing, or have you gotten your fingers caught between arrows?
I've broken a stick. I've broken a couple sticks actually. We had some pretty crappy sticks, I'll say that. Fingers caught between arrows. What?
Yeah. Well, I know what he's talking about. Because here, when we had craps with no dice, they were talking about how the arrows were, right?
Oh, that's right. I forgot K-Days. Good old K-Days. No, never had the pleasure of dealing dice with a spinny board.
Thanks for that.
Nice question, X.
All right. There's some other people on. Make sure you say hi. Like to see the chat. I don't see the YouTube chat though, so I don't know if I'm getting anything from like Jade and whatnot. So, but Jade, come say hi. I know you're there, and everybody else. So, all right, Mike. Let's do the next question.
All right.
The next question: should there still be a big 6 and 8?
No. It's outdated. Nobody bets it. It takes up real estate.
Now, what don't you like about it?
Nobody bets it.
That's it.
It's far away. It's in the corner. Everybody forgets about it all the time.
Yeah.
I just think it could be replaced with something else. Something that not a fire bet, but something similar. You could do, I don't know. Can you do dragon craps?
Yeah, possibly. There was somebody that actually suggested, why don't you just put them both together and have them just pay 5-1? And the thing is, it's like, I totally understand where everyone is coming from with this, but is that part of the craps game? Like, is it part of like the evolution of craps? Like, it's so difficult to kind of talk about that just because we're in a spot where the game changes and we added like the fire bet, or now there's bonus craps, and all these different side bets and whatnot. But was that like a staple of the game? Like, is that something that's supposed to stay there? Then, like, are we going to talk about the field not being there anymore? Is that part of the game or not? So,
yeah, no, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know how big it was especially because in Alberta we've had it since 2002,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I mean, it's always been there, and it's always a classic craps layout that it's always there. So maybe it was big at one point, but I mean, everywhere I've gone, I've never seen people buy it or play it with any type of enthusiasm that would make me want to say that okay, that bet should stay.
Yeah. Well, okay. I do think about like having that as like a talking point. As a dealer, I'd be like, okay, that bet sucks. And is that like part of it? And it's like, well, no, I'm trying to show you that I'm a good dealer. Let me take care of you. Is that like an icebreaker for some dealers? Like for me, I would use it as an icebreaker. When someone is like betting, I'd be like, don't bet that. That's stupid, right? It's like just
Yeah.
place it, do something like this. And then that's my question. Is like, well, should we keep something like that on the table? Let's see what the people say. So the consensus answer is yes. 73.3% say yes. So that's almost 3/4 of everyone that was asked. And again, that's like 200 replies. Yeah, I mean, the argument was just, you know, one of the good ones was like, well, if I'm doing like a put bet and I want to max out, why wouldn't I want a 6 and 8 there and spend another $1,000 on it? So, or whatever your limit is, right? So wherever you are. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, Mike. Okay, Jade, I see you. I don't know why your comment isn't on Ecamm, but trying out Ecamm. This is the first time we're doing it. It's a nice test run, Mike. Again, you're like always the guinea pig when it comes to stuff like this.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be the guinea pig.
We got some people watching. Hey, nice to see you. Thanks for actually joining. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate. I really appreciate the views, even though we're just talking about whatever. We'll talk about some funny stories right away here, but I did want to get through the content itself. But next week, I'm also gonna have Heather Ferris from Vegas Aces. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, make sure you go check out vegasaces.com or see the interview that I've had with her, and you can find out a lot about her. And hopefully Jon comes back too, because Jon was supposed to be in on this one as well. But Mike, thanks for filling in. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
All right, this was a good
This is
one.
kind of fun. This is a first for me, for sure.
Yeah. Well, hopefully when we get more people, we can do a lot more Ask Me Anythings. A lot of people don't know us, and I understand that. But hey, I'm back dealing. It's an evolution of craps. I hope. Watch my videos. I'm just kidding. So
watch the videos; they're good.
thanks. I'm getting some flack for the air shuffling, and I'm getting some criticisms for the snap pressing. So, hey, you know what? It is. I know that we can't do that in every casino in the world, and I'm sure like some people would just get their hands smacked if they tried stuff like that. But when we were managers, Mike, I think it was, hey, do whatever you want. That looks cool.
Yep, for sure. It brings attention, a little bit of pizzazz. I think Arden would agree with us here.
Yeah, I think Arden, again, like he was somebody that definitely had a lot of respect for how the game was dealt. Someone that he'd actually like write stuff down. Like he'd write all his stick calls down, and then he'd come to me and he'd be like, the next week, he's like, "Yo, hey Jay, how's it going? Look, I got some new ones, and I want you to hear them." So that every week that he'd come, we'd just be dealing dice, and then he'd just be like, "Hey, I got a new one. Are you ready? The next time a 5 comes in, I'm gonna tell you." And I was just like, "Okay," just waiting, waiting, and there'd be like no 5 for like three whole rotations. And then when he says it, like, obviously I'd be like on BI base, and then I'd look up, and then you'd see his face, and he'd just be like, "Huh?" Hilarious. Okay, question. Oh, Jade, if you want to like put some comments in, try Facebook, because I'm getting all the Facebook comments. I'm not getting the YouTube ones, and I don't know why I can't post them on here. So it's kind of annoying. I'll figure it out next week though. Has anyone ever fallen into your tub? Staff or players?
Has anybody ever fallen into my tub?
Yeah.
No, no, not well, not completely into the tub. Anyways, I mean, we have definitely on the cruise ships. We had a couple of drunk passengers, maybe some dealers at some point. I might have taken a little tumble, but not completely fallen.
That's hilarious. Um, did I ever see someone fall into the tub? No. I've seen like people slip and like hit their face on the table, but I've never seen anybody
Hmm.
actually like fall all the way in. I saw like
We had.
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. All
Um.
right. We had one guy. It was a New Year's cruise, and he had this very odd way of throwing the dice, but he flung his hand and always leaned back far, like he reached far back when he was throwing the dice, and he had some drinks, obviously. And one roll, he throws the dice, and he just fell right backwards, hit his head on the bar. We were close to the bar on I think it was the Adventure. Anyways, but hit his head on the railing on the bar and everything, and we had to call the medical staff. It was humorous to say the least. He was fine, but it was very funny.
um. All I remember was just dealing at like Palace, and you saw the stairs there, and I'd see people fall down the stairs. Um. Yeah, that was common. It wasn't even like you know something just out of the
No, I
blue.
think God, I think at one point we started betting on it on dead tables. I said, okay, this person's going to fall. We had a
Uh,
pot going.
I I remember the steps for the break room as well. Before they did the renovations, there would be like the steps, and you'd
Hmm.
go into the middle room, and like a lot of like all the staff that they were actually just skipping, and they'd go down like two steps. I'd see people like wipe out right on the bottom, just because
Yep.
those steps weren't like for me they weren't like even. I saw like the last three that were just a little off. So hilarious. All right.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Hey, welcome 9 people that are on. Say hi, tell us where you're from. If you haven't met us in person, we're really nice people. I like talking about craps. I can't wait till John is on next week. That guy's got a lot of stories. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know what we'd do without him. That channel, like, you know what? Totally appreciated him being on the channel. He had so many good stories. I had to like break his interview off into 3 parts. That was incredible, and he's still got more stuff.
Oh, he's endless in that. I mean, just a legend,
Oh
and he
yeah.
tells it so well. Like so, nobody can tell a story like John.
No, 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 not at all. All right, Mike. Here is our YouTube and this question in the comments. Cashier's Cage. I saw some of your content. I really like it. I love your video when you're in Harris. If you guys haven't seen that, you need to watch it. It's pretty funny. His comments are hilarious. Nice content. What is your opinion on dice influencing? Fact or fiction?
Oh, it's fiction. It's fiction. I think everybody has their little quirks, and they'll set the dice and throw it the same way all the time because it's in their head, and they might think they have a better chance, but there's no. If you're throwing the dice properly, it's hitting the back wall. There's no way. It's too random.
Yeah. Um. Oh man, I might have to disagree with you on that. And
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about dice influencing. So, I mean, if we're talking about something that is, I want to say like, if we were games managers and we're sitting box and then we see somebody do this, it would be like to the point where it's similar to somebody card counting, where it's like, excuse me, sir, you're not allowed to play this game anymore. So if someone is like throwing, like a propeller style throw, which isn't really like an actual roll where the dice is just spinning in the air, then that's a little different, right? Like I think that's more about influencing, but actual like dice control, I think like in my opinion, I think you can do anything if you put enough time and investment into it. And you need the proper, environment to do it. And I can't even say like this is going to be a debate forever just because I I'm not going to see it. If I'm somebody that had that ability, I'm not going to like tell anybody. That's my bread and butter. I am not going to like expose that. And that's why I have a hard time when like people are talking about, "Hey, this is what I've done. I've done this cheat. I made $1 million." It's hard to kind of understand why you're coming out with that unless like the story is going to make you more than the time that you've invested and the return that you're getting from doing this cheat or technique, right? To kind of bring things in your favor. So it's hard. Like I'm very open minded about things like that, and yeah, I don't know. I really, I wouldn't count it out because I've seen, you know, we're gonna talk about this next week too. But can you, as a roulette dealer, can you section the wheel?
That's a little easier.
Okay.
You control the spin and everything. And I said that is it's still very hard. But I mean, if you can control your spin and the wheel rotates at the same speed all the time, you can judge where the ball is going to drop.
Mm. So Jade is saying, I don't know. The guys from Jordan. What guys from Jordan, Jade? So, yeah, I mean, there's, there's a lot of YouTube content out there that you can watch, and I'm not like for me, I'm definitely not counting it out. But I guess my question would be like, are you able to master this in a good amount of time? Like, are you getting like the actual, the value add from it? Is it worth it?
I'm
Like,
like,
yeah.
I'm just thinking there's so many factors to you need a dice table. Then you need a dice table that's the exact same as the dice table that you're actually going to be playing on. You'd have to spend countless hours perfecting it. The exact same spot, the exact same. You know what I mean? I just don't. Um, there's just so many factors. I just can't see somebody spending that much time, years. Maybe if somebody's got enough time and money, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that's the thing, right? I mean, like, if I'm spending like 20 years to master this, am I gonna get that money back? Whereas, do I like work and make $50,000 a year at some job and make my million that way? I don't know. Like, it's really hard for me to say. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, like let's go back to the sectioning. Like, you need like the correct velocity. You know, you need like a wheel with like proper wells, like deep wells. I
Hmm.
I did ask Lars, whose interview I probably will be posting tomorrow, hopefully, if I get it all edited. But with Lars, he's just like, you work on the same table and you work 7 hours a day and you work 5 days a week and you do it for like months and months and months. I think you do get a little bit better at it, but who knows? Like, it's really tough because it's just like, when we say sectioning, it's a lot more. It's hard to argue, right? It's hard to argue. I mean, can I get it to the point where I can have like 7 revolutions every snap, right? I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can to some extent, and even then, it's still a little far out there. I think section is more realistic than influencing dice.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, it is different. It's like apples and oranges, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jade. As box, I guess it was me, Ryan, Kevin that experienced the guys who slid the dice. Okay, so I did hear about this story. Um, they did it in a way which was hard to catch. So that's yeah. You know what? That's one way of having like dice. Well, I want to say dice control or dice influencing. So then I guess my question is, okay, you can do that. You can slide dice, and that's completely, you could get away with that. But could someone actually like follow the casino's rules and do a proper throw, the dice roll, you know, a little bit, and they hit the back wall, like they follow all the guidelines of the casino, and it's not something where it's just like, okay, this dice was sliding, this dice was spinning. Do you think someone is able to do that?
Yeah, I personally, I don't think so.
All right. Okay.
If you're following the rules to the T, the casino rules that are laid out, there's no spinning, there's no sliding, there's no anything else. If you are throwing from one end to the other, you're hitting the back wall. It's just too random.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm torn. I'm usually torn about this one because I need for like, when we work, it's just like I need to see it. I need to see it to believe it. And I'm not talking about a spinning die either. I mean like a full roll, like a legal roll where it's like that's not suspicious. That's a roll. This guy's been doing it consistently. He's nailing these numbers, even like a section, something like that. I need to see it, right? And that's kind of where it's just like, well, is it possible? So,
Yeah, I guess you can't count it out completely. Just
okay.
it's something that I've never seen, but
Yeah. Oh my God. We can go to so many different avenues on this. Okay, here's a question for you. Is there a
mm,
system out there? Is there a betting system out there where the chances of you losing are the same as you winning a straight flush in like, ultimate or whatever game?
okay, say that again. Is there a system out there that the chances of you losing?
So is there a betting system out there that someone can do? Um, Whatever, martingale, any kind of betting system that that the chances of you losing with this system are the same as you winning a straight flush on Ultimate Texas Hold'em or three card.
Okay, okay, got it. I don't know. We've tried some systems, and I'm not up in the casino. Are you?
No, no. Well, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess there was one where we were talking about progressive bet covering the dragon, not the panda, but the dragon on Baccarat, mini Bach, for
Okay.
for the whole shoe. So then, like, when we were working at the casino and we were managing, what I'd do is I'd actually
hmm
I'd go through the high limit pit and I would just look at the boards and I'd be like, have I seen a shoe that has zero dragons? And it's rare, right? There's two things that I was looking
Yeah.
at. I was looking at dragons and I was looking at a shoe with no ties. And then it got to this point where it was like 2 months in, and I'm just like, okay, I haven't seen a shoe with no dragons yet. So then I'm going to like the pit boss, well, the floor supervisors, whatever you want to call them, wherever you guys work. But I'm like, hey, next time there's a shoe with no dragons, call me right away because I want to know about it, okay? And then I'll buy you lunch or something like that. So then everyone was just on the lookout. So we're like we're going through months, and then I think it was like 3 months, and then all of a sudden somebody called me. I was like, "There's the shoe. Come down and check it out." And I had to like physically go down. I looked at the board. And I'm like, "Wow, like that was like one shoe." So
After months, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Here we got a message. Sorry, Matthew. For some reason, I can't get the YouTube comments on, but I'm gonna have to look at that. I've seen our rolls from pick them up and throw them in dice setters. I don't think it makes a difference. Yeah, yeah, I don't think so either. I don't. Um, but because this, God, I have to agree. Like because I haven't seen it yet, but would somebody ever be that dedicated where it was just mechanics? You know, like a basketball swish. You know, like someone that can do like 100 free throws. Would someone get that good where you could do it for I don't know 50 rolls? I don't know, right? Like
it's that's just like I mean I don't see that basketball throw. All basketball nets are NBA regulation. They're all the same. They're all the same size, the same weight. Every dice table is different. All the backboard is different. Everything is different on every different dice table, right? So I mean,
yeah,
if you can master it on one, what changes to the next one?
yeah. No, you're right. I mean, you're right in that sense. Um, what if we're in a what if we live in a city with one dice table though, right? God,
Yeah.
yeah. No, this one bothers me because like you go down this rabbit hole and I've always been like on the no side. It's like there's no way, right? But then people bring out this content and there's like dedicated videos on it and can is this something that I can believe? Is this something that people are definitely like saying, hey, you know what, it's possible, you can do it in a finite amount of time. Like I'm not saying like your whole life, right? And that's the other thing too. Like if I get older, like my body starts to deteriorate, and can you
You get
get
the shape.
yeah, like can you maintain that consistency like 10 years from like when you're learning it? So I mean just like oh man, there's so many ways that you can like kind of analyze this. In the end, like I've never got to work or I've never like gotten to work and seen somebody do it successfully. I've never been a player. Lucky, unlucky. Unfortunately, I've never got to play on a table where there's someone that's done that. Just like Matthew says, um, like the longest roll that I've been on was, you know, it was just this young girl first time rolling and she like went on this huge run and it was insane. Almost as good as yours,
Yeah.
Mike. Almost as good as your Mr. 12 points where we were just betting like $5 on the line and $10 odds and you roll like
That was
12.
probably one of the most disappointing.
I just
Yeah.
I remember just being on the table. I'm like, is that 10 points already? Like, yeah, that's 10. It is like 6.6 winner, 8.8 winner, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We were a little young then. We should have learned how to play a little bit more.
I think I made like
It'll never
$40.
happen now.
Oh God, no, no. You know what? Why? I think I was a passenger on the ships, and it was a Carnival cruise line, and it was just after like after first dinner, right? So then we go out, and then I start playing, and I think that was the hottest roll I ever had, and I think it was like 40 minutes, but I think I rolled maybe like 20 times, not even like way less than 20 times in like 40 minutes because like it got so busy that everyone just
Wow.
like crowded the table and I was just like, oh my god. It was like 5 minutes in between rolls because people are like, I need to bet this, I need to bet this, I need to bet this. And these people would come in
Yeah.
after for second dinner, they'd come in and like, I need to bet this. And you'd be like, holy crap, man. Like and then like you seven out and like nobody like I didn't even get that.
No claps, no cheers, no nothing. No, thanks. Yeah. I'll see my way out. Yeah, thank you.
uh, Matthew says they might have a good roll and then have you thinking there's something to it. Then the next two shots they point seven. Yeah. Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true. They have like an hour roll and then you go through the whole orbit and they come back and like, it's a honeymoon roll. Another orbit and it's like
Oh yeah.
point crap seven. And they're just
Oh,
like
how many times have you seen that when the player has a decent roll and everybody on the pass back
yeah.
0.7.
Yeah.
That's you know
No, I hear ya. All right, Mike. Oh boy, I want to give away some cards. Jade, I owe you a deck of cards, so I'll give you first choice. You tell me which ones you want. These are all like bicycle. Well, got the Guardian edition. There's an Eco one, and then I don't know what this is. I should really do some more research before I start saying that I'm giving these away. But Jade, you get first crack. Matthew, just send me an email. You can pick one as well. Thanks for the comments. Totally appreciate it. You can contact me at casinodealerj@gmail.com. Just give me your just mailing address. I'll send you a deck out as well. So thank you for your participation. Totally appreciate it.
Thanks, Matthew. Thanks for the questions.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have people put some input in. I love craps. Oh man, I love playing craps so much. I just wish I had more. I wish I had more money to just continually play craps.
The eternal dilemma. Yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you, after I got married, oh man, did my game change, because it was just, I don't know what parlay means anymore, because like when Lindsay is like sitting there beside me, it's it's a lot of same bet. So now,
Yeah.
so now when we go, it's just like, yeah, I'll go across and then a C and E. So then like every roll I would just get something, right? So like please no out. And then I would just give it to Lindsay. And then I would probably like have my money, and then it would be like a 7 out. I'd be like even. Then I'd have no money to play with because I gave it all to her and she wouldn't give it back to me. So
Smart. She's very smart.
yeah, don't bring your wife to the table. Well, she likes craps too. She had a pretty good roll at the Venetian, and we were going like 3 units inside, and she just kept hitting 5s and 9s, and I was just like, wow, what's going on here? And then and then she got all serious on me, like, so then we'd come home, and then I think we were playing at like downtown, right? So it was like an Oilers game. So then we like went, and then I was just telling her, it's like, yeah, baby, I need like a 4 or 10. She's just like, why? Why are you talking right now? Because she's all zoned in. She's zoned in and like, why are you talking right now? And then it would be like, ouch, she's like, see what happened? I can't believe this. This is ridiculous.
You're bad luck now.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Oh my god. So yeah. Whew. Okay, here's my question.
Yeah,
for you. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
so I was going to say, we need to have once everything opens again, and we're comfortable. I think we need to have a night out on the dice table and put some theories. We should bring up some theories and put it to the test here. I have to take out a loan or something, but
yeah, I think so too. I have a lot of fun just kind of betting. Oh, it's terrible. I bet across. I don't bet come bets anymore. Yeah, I just have coverage, and then it's just a lot of two-way bets for the dealers. Just hard 6 and hard 8. My game's not as fun as it used to be, where it would just be like press 4 and 10, press 5 and 9, press 6 and 8, parlay.
With you.
What was the best roll that you've ever been on, Mike? I think I know the answer to it because I heard about it. I think you were on the ships, right? Were you on the ships?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was home and I heard about it from home because like it just ended up coming back to me. So.
Well, this was, and technically it wasn't my role that was the best role. It was a friend's role. But we were in Aruba, and it was the Crystal Palace, and our slot manager wanted to learn how to play dice. And he was bugging me and another guy. Let's go play dice. And in Aruba we have boat drills. Every Aruba we have a boat drill, so it takes time. You're tired and everything, and I'm like, fine. We go there one day, and I'm probably a little hungover and everything. We just have the boat drill, and I started explaining we buy in for $100 each. We're the only 2 people at the table, and I start rolling, and I had a decent roll. I turned $100 into about $600 while explaining the game to him, and then he started rolling, and he rolled. There's two of us. There's just the two of us there. I'm explaining in between rolls, but the rolls are going pretty fast, and he rolled for just under an hour, and he cashed out a little over 10,000. I cashed out a little over 13,000.
Wow. That's
And that was still being conservatives, and the limits weren't that high then too. So
mhm. Was that the casino where they actually had the microphone on the guy?
yeah. No. Sorry, that's
Crystal.
oh no. Well, yeah, we that's when we played Crystal Palace, but the microphone wasn't Crystal Palace.
Mm-hmm.
At least not that I remember.
Yeah.
I got to think about that one. I know there's a couple. Most of the casinos in Puerto Rico
Oh
have
yeah.
the microphone.
Yeah, I do remember the one in Aruba where it was connected to the mall because I would hear the guy. Oh, I got a story for that. Oh, Amanda Bachelor. Hey guys. Hey girl.
Hey, Amanda.
Long time no see. Yeah, I miss working with you. I miss those days. Sharing the. Remember we shared the. Did we share the office or were we just hanging out in the office? I can't even remember. Did we share the office?
Did me and you?
No, like the games managers. Did they share the office?
Yeah, we shared the office.
We did, right?
Slots and gaming shared an office. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's been so long. That's right, because there was like 5 desks. Anyways.
Yeah.
Amanda, if you want some cards, I've been trying to give this away for like 3 weeks. So let me know. I will get some cards out to you. I'm actually thinking about. They just went through. I don't. Amanda, do you still work at Argyle? I think you do. Yeah. Please reply. We're thinking about actually going there just because they did the renovations. So I think that's going to be like our next date night. So yeah. Okay, Mike. Funny casino story. You already gave a funny casino story.
Oh God, there's so many. I mean, I don't know where to start. Well, Vegas. Vegas. I think that was the most I've ever seen you pissed off. It's not really funny. It is to me now, actually. That was the most I've ever seen you pissed off in a casino.
Do not bring Vegas up. Oh boy.
Why, dude? It was pretty good. It was Treasure Island.
Oh, craps. Well, no, we're not talking about craps. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about this blackjack table.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I really want to hear this story from somebody else because I know what happened. But
Well, I remember us sitting down and we got weird. What, 21 at the time? All of us were 21.
yeah.
I think, yeah. And you sat down and we placed our bets and dealer dealt the cards. You had a 16? 15? I can't remember.
16.
Something.
Yeah.
You had a 15 or a 16. You had a shitty hand against the dealer's 9 or maybe even a face card. I can't remember. But he comes to you and he just blows by you and hits his card. And he looks at you and he goes, "Well, do you want to hit that?" And you're like, "Yeah." And I just saw your face, and it just how mad you were. This guy's just like, "I don't care. I'm just going on."
Yeah. He yeah, just as a replay, I did this. That's a stay, okay? Like this guy gives me a card. And
I gave you the card. That's right. He gave you the card.
No, he gives me the card.
Yeah.
He gets 20, cleans it up, and he looks at me and he's just like, "What? Were you a little scared there or something?" It's just like,
that's right.
man, I stood up. like it's so different there now. But I just remember just going there, and when we were playing, I was like saying like, oh, two way yo, two way heart six, two way heart eight on the dice table there, and the guy was
Mm-hmm.
just like, I get the yo, and he's just like, yeah, pay him, and then 15. He didn't even like say thank you, and I was just like,
Yeah.
you got to be kidding me. I've never seen anybody like that. And like how we were taught, where it's just like, yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
like you always say thank you. I never. It was just so eye opening the first time that we actually went there.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was. It
Yeah,
was pretty good. God, time ago.
here's a treat for you guys looking here. Um, there's a photo of that actual trip. I can
Oh no! Oh no! Is it the photo with the statue?
no, I didn't put that photo on, Mike. It's just the
Oh, okay.
one. This is our first trip to Vegas. We were both 21, and if you look in the background, this is actually like is it the Imperial Palace? I think that's where we
Oh,
stayed.
that's where we stayed. Yeah.
And here I am with like a penis cut and some dyed blonde hair and some really ugly glasses, but
You see, I can't see this photo. I can't see the photo.
it's
So,
okay. I'm not sharing it. You'll see it in the. I'll show you again. So yes,
all right, all right.
yes, Jade, that is me with hair. So there is a nice there's a nice throwback for you. That's what I would look like now if you saw us. Well, no, I wouldn't look like that anymore. But
Oh, it's a dyed yellow hair too, right?
yeah, that was
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
uh,
Frosted tips.
Canadians. My brother saying Canadians. Thank you. Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what you're drinking there. No, you're drinking a bud. But yeah, I man, that trip, Mike, was insane, and it was I'll never forget that. That's for sure.
Oh, no, it was still fun.
Okay, Jade, never would have imagined the BSB here. Yes, thank you. I'll never show that one again. uh, Michael
I think I got some
Venables.
more pictures we'll put on.
Yeah, Michael Venables says so much hair. Yes, yes. You never met me then too.
Hey, Mike.
uh, it was cool. I was actually like, I think I was walking down whatever that main street was, and then that's the only time that I had a girl in the car just go woo, and yeah, it was me, and that I felt really, really awesome at that point, and I think that's the only time that's ever happened. You know. Oh, and yeah, when we went to Cheetahs too. So.
Oh God. Yeah, cheetahs.
Ay,
All right. I thought she was a stripper. I didn't know she was a
ay.
waitress.
uh, that story all
That
there.
could be the next story.
Absolutely. Well, hey, guess what? That's our hour, Mike. Can you believe that? We have been live
Wow.
streaming for an hour. Everyone, thank you so much for being a part of this first episode. Let me know. Give me some information about where you want your cards. I will send them off to you. I really appreciate the participation. And Mike, thanks for covering for John. And there was supposed to be three of us today. There's two. I know John is busy. Hopefully he'll be in next week.
All
Um,
right.
Next week we do have Heather Ferris and John coming in. That's very sweet, Mike. Michael says I miss you guys. That's nice.
Miss you too.
You should have worked in the casino, buddy. Then you wouldn't miss this so
Yeah.
much. Okay. Don't want to end this yet. How about the hookers while you were playing video poker? Okay. All right, let's do a little overtime here. So, Mike, what my brother is asking is, it was their, his and my sister's, well, his wife's anniversary, and I was the only one. I think it was like, I don't know how many couples. There's like 10 couples that actually went, and I was the only one that went by myself. I think this was like 2008. So I ended up going and staying by myself at I can't even remember. I think it was Monte Carlo. It was like the only one I could afford. We go to Planet Hollywood, and I'm like sitting, and I'm just like playing video poker. So then I give the guy, I give the bartender like $20. I'm like, yo man, this is for you. He's like, I'll take care of you. I'm like, really cool. Kept tipping him. I kept getting drinks. Kept playing video poker. He was really nice. And then this girl came, and then she was just like, hey, how's it going? Right? She just gave me this look. And here I am, like, completely oblivious that I didn't know that she was, zero. Like, zero, zero, zero. Like, I was just like, hey, yeah, you having fun? Yeah, that's great. That's nice. And, like, it got to the point where I was, like, walking around, and, like, I would just turn, and, like, I'd see her, and I'd be like, what? Why is she following me? So, I didn't know. It was just me being, like, stupid. I was like, wow, this girl's probably into me. She's not, so.
That is awesome.
Why would you, like, go to someone playing, like, 25 cents, though? Like, I'm playing, like, quarters on the, video poker. I was playing blackjack. It was just like the VLTs at Boston Pizza, so.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I have a similar story that happened in Russia on that, but we'll save that for another day.
Oh yeah, good idea. So let me see what I have for my start and end. I do have this photo here. There it is. Next week, I know you can't see it, Mike. Next week, it's Wednesdays at 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. We're gonna talk a lot more about craps. Mike, yeah, jump in as well. I really appreciate it. Everything that I've been doing on this channel, Matt, I totally appreciate the help and everything that you've kind of been giving me throughout this whole thing. I couldn't have done this without you. You've been in almost like every video for like the interviews and stuff.
Oh man, it's been fun. It's been new. It's something different, but it's been really fun. And you're doing a great job of this. This is from setting it up and having Skype calls dropped and everything to now. This just seems to be flowing smoothly.
Well, yeah, a little bit different here. I think this is a lot of fun, and I really can't wait. Like, I want to get a lot of people into this, and I want to get them involved, and it's nice. Like, I want to see this happen like weekly, and it's just a place where all of us can kind of talk and vent and whatnot. Not just like on forums and stuff, but I want to meet like a lot of casino industry people, and we're going to do a lot of like, contests and other things like that just to kind of get people on board. Like the funniest stick call, or who's the fastest 6 to 60 presser, things like that. So
no, that sounds awesome.
All right, Mike. Okay, guys, thanks, Ferris. Thanks for being on the channel. Jade, totally appreciate it. Hey Jared, didn't even know you were on until the very end. So, but nice seeing you. Again, it's on Wednesdays. Can't wait to can't wait to show you all the people that I've interviewed, and I can't wait to show you more content. So, everyone, take care. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks, everybody. See you.